used to be a house there, now they're tearing it down. He's loading all the stuff into a dump truck. That's the same spot that we used to have a garden last summer. The garden spot will still be there, but they're just tearing down the old house because it was abandoned and tore up. Windows were broken and everything else.
Hello everybody. I'm ready to start painting on this again. I think I showed you the sketch on there. So this is not nearly the end of it. I have got a lot more to do on here, so I hope nobody's disappointed. When you're trying to be realistic, it does take a little more time. So I'm getting ready to start again. I hope you enjoyed yesterday. I am going to distinguish the ray that I've put at the bottom there. I'm going to distinguish it from the rest of the ground of the seafloor, which I've made gray. And so that's what I'm just outlining it, the fins or wings or whatever we call them. Now, they are known, certain ones, manta rays, they filter the plankton because they've got that strand stuff in their mouth like a sperm whale. So they are filter eaters. Stingrays, and they are more of a carnivorous. You'll see the green sea turtle. Trying to speak here. Yeah, that's the ray that I'm pointing at down there. The green sea turtle, it eats mostly plants like seagrass, kelp, mangrove roots or leaves or whatever hangs down over the water. Other kinds of sea turtles will eat a lot, like the hawkbill will eat hard mollusks like oysters and clams and stuff. Now the starfish, they kind of surprised me. They are mostly carnivorous. They have suction cups. Their mouths and stuff are on the underneath side that we don't generally see, or not when we, but they take those and they use those little suction cups on the bottom of their little bodies there, and they use them to pry open an oyster or clam or whatever, and that's what they eat, is they eat that material. Now I'm starting the porpoise. Well, actually it's a dolphin. A porpoise doesn't have as long a nose. It's, as far as I know. The dolphin is got a much longer snout. They are carnivorous. They eat fish, not mollusks. They eat jellyfish, octopus, other fish, pretty much what they like. That they don't have a way to open like clams and that kind of stuff. So those are pretty safe from them. But they do like their meat. If you'll notice the dorsal fin, that's the one that sticks up on the back. That is a very sensitive area that they didn't realize for a long time just how important that thing is. But there used to be a show called Flipper. And this was back in the 60s, probably. And it was about a little boy that had this friendly dolphin that would come and play with him or take him to solve a mystery. And he would hold on to the dolphin's dorsal fin, and it would propel him through the water as he went to wherever he was going. The problem is, it really puts a strain on that dorsal fin. Now, in captivity, that dorsal fin will droop over. Dolphins are mammals. They give live birth, and they breathe air like you and I. They have a blowhole like a whale does, and they surface and they use that to, like a nose, like we would use our nose. And when they go back underwater, it has a little membrane or something that closes it off. They're highly intelligent. They communicate through a series of clicks, and I guess I'd call them squeals or some kind of a noise. And they have been used by humans for locating things and for research, a lot of different things, sometimes when we shouldn't have. Okay, you see me with that jellyfish up there. I I wanted to make this one kind of clear. They aren't really that clear. I mean, there are some that are much more colorful and opaque, but I kind of have a fascination for the ones that are just very almost invisible. The thing about a jellyfish that's very interesting isn't just their diet. Their diet is soft foods, other fish. Some are very tiny, but they do not have a brain. They do not have any kind of breathing apparatus. They don't breathe. All they do is float and eat. They have no nervous system. All they are is a bunch of neurons that collect food, eat food, and float on. Their tendrils or tentacles, they do have a sting for a lot of them. Some of them, those stings are just pretty much lethal, or can be, to a person, especially if they fall into a bunch of them. I'm just starting a little school of clownfish over there. And now clownfish and anemone. Now, clownfish are omnivorous. That means they will eat both plant and animal. Most of the time, what they eat are like plankton, or they may eat some. But what they do for the anemone, because they are very friendly with the anemone, and they will clean it. It may get some bits of fish stuck on it that are, something's partially eaten or whatever, but the clownfish will then eat that and keep the anemone clean. Anemones aren't very friendly to other kinds of fish because I don't know, they put off some kind of a venom or something. But I can't tell you a whole lot more about them. You can barely even see them over there, but that's about all I can give you on clownfish and anemone. That little square fish I'm drawing over there, which you'll see it better when I have no idea what kind of fish that is, but I have seen it in, I don't know, on television shows, in different things, and I don't know what it is, but it is so curious. I have never seen any kind of a fin on it other than those little things on the back. It's just so squared off. So I thought for the fun of it, I just got to add it. But I imagine it eats, I don't know what it eats. But I am going to be drawing something big now. Not drawing, painting. And it is called the giant squid. Not just a squid, it is a giant squid. And I'm putting it here. You would not find this squid near the top like or among other fish like this. They are, well, they may be among other fish, but they are very deep water. Now, there's squid that you can find in all kinds of waters, and they can be, toward the top or just a little ways down. But the giant squid, they've been finding down by Australia. They found it first in fishing. They first found out about the giant or the larger squid from the nets of fishing boats when the boats got, got bigger, able to handle larger nets and larger, get down farther and farther. The farther down you go in the ocean, you'll see bigger and bigger squid. They have taken some of those small little 1 or 2 man subs down and found even larger ones. The ones they found in fishing nets, they dead already, so they would lay them out and they would stretch their tentacles or whatever all the way out. Now, the metal ones are generally much longer. There's usually 1 or 2 in the center that come back out much longer. But I'm putting some squid ink in there. Later, I kind of tried to get it out there, disguise it, because it just kind of gross. But anyway, they do make ink. What they call squid ink, and people use it in their food. Chefs make squid ink noodles. Yuck, but that's the way it sounds to me. Some people probably absolutely love it. It probably isn't that bad, but it just doesn't look good to me. I have put a little, I'll be turning this so you can see the whole thing in a bit, but that's a coral reef that I have started over there. I have put some anemones on there for the clownfish. There are some of those just crustaceans. I don't know if they're like barnacles or what. And then there's those little tube things. I don't know what you call them. I think I painted those green. But down at the bottom, I'm trying to paint one of those. They show those little fish that they hide in there. They'll hide in a hole, and they'll wait till something comes by, and then they'll fast get out and grab it and pull it back in and eat it. So I tried to kind of show one in there, but I had very little luck. Okay, and there it is. Now, up in that one corner, there is that green thing up in that one corner. That is supposed to be an octopus. Now, they have more of a platter type of an eye, and they have the little beak in the center underneath. You don't see it generally, but they do have a little beak so that they can eat things. So this is pretty much the presentation, and I hope now that you can see all of it, that it will make some sense to you. But all of the little, I put some seagrass or kelp in there. Anyway, I love you. Smile and wave and go share it. And I will see you tomorrow. No, I will see you Friday.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire.